Hello again, very warm welcome back. Thanks for joining me in Clapham in southwest London today. Now behind me is a converted coroner's court, and it makes a surprisingly practical family home. It was built in 1907, that makes it Edwardian. Interested? Let's go and have a look. Right, kicking off inside. I'm in the main house now, in the main reception room of the courthouse, which was the actual courtroom for the building. Right, the whole place is listed for 3.5 million, which I know is not an insignificant amount of money, but by London standards, you do get a fair bit of property for your money, as I hope you'll appreciate as we wander around. And one thing I would like to make absolutely clear before we go any further, this was a coroner's court, not a mortuary. I posted something about this on TikTok and had a few comments about the bodies that might have been stored here and was it haunted? No, it's never been used to store bodies. It was just a courthouse. So just wanted to get that one out of the way. Right, let's get into this. First up, we have the main house. And now this is a substantial home all on its own. It totals in at 3,519 square feet, which is around 328 square metres. There are 3 bedrooms, 2 reception rooms, 2 bathrooms and a basement. Starting with the outside, I particularly like the rich red brickwork and the beautifully restored stonework that sits around both of the entrances. There's an air of arts and crafts about it, which is not a bad thing either. And then once you're through the front door, you're greeted with a white painted wood panelled entrance hall. So to one side, you've got the original leaded windows, and then on the other side, there are some stairs leading up to the first floor, and there's also a door to the basement. The floor is lovely as well. All the original tiles have been cleaned up and it looks really smart. Then this continues into the spacious reception hallway, and so spacious in fact it works perfectly as a dining area, which is handy because the kitchen's next door, making the prospect of dinner parties very, very easy. There's also some of the nicest parquet flooring I've seen in a long time. It pretty much extends to the entire ground floor, and then there's a lovely hefty big old original fireplace in the corner with it. Then we have the main reception where I'm currently standing. This is a huge room, not just in floor space but in volume too. The ceiling height is enormous, I'd say about 14-15 feet. Many of the features have been retained. There's an original fireplace with its shelves around, as well as the wooden beams exposed in the ceiling, and those lovely, big, gorgeous leaded windows as well. Now, either side of the fireplace, there are 2 doors. One leads to a lobby and a guest loo, with another door through there, which provides access to garden number 1. This is one of 3 private outdoor spaces for the houses, and it's a real haven. The tropical planting just gives it a lovely, tranquil feel, and there's a lovely hidden seating area tucked away at the far end. And the tree hanging overhead is a mimosa, and during the spring that just bursts into colour. Back inside and then through the other door in the reception room, that takes you through to a current area used by the owner as her studio. Her line of work is reupholstering, so this part of the house makes an ideal place to run a business from, but could very easily be converted into a little apartment with its own access. And this is one of the unique features about this place as well. It has its own entrance on the Wandsworth Road, as well as the others on the front on Netherford Road. And this section of the building is what would have been the weights and measures office at one point, and a waiting area for the accused before they came into this room through that door into court. There's a very large basement, and that's completely tanked. It's used as a utility room and has its very own temperature controlled wine cellar. And the head height down there is fantastic everywhere. So it's a really usable, practical space, and it's really good for storage. And at the back of the house, you've got a very large kitchen with its central island unit and a breakfast area that adjoins the second reception room. And this room is used as a snug and a TV room. There's lots of more cupboard storage around here. There's another restored fireplace, and there's also access from there to the rear garden as well. So that takes care of the ground floor. We're going to head upstairs. Now upstairs there are 3 bedrooms. The principal room has a dressing area and a full ensuite bathroom. The other 2 bedrooms are both doubles and share a family bathroom, which is accessed from the hallway. Now the second of the 2 private outdoor spaces is also accessed from up here, and this time in the form of a very cool roof terrace. It's fitted out with composite decking, which makes it really hard wearing and should last for decades compared to normal wood, and it just needs a jet wash every so often to clean it up. The owners have taken time to plant around the edges. It looks really nice and green, and it's also a really great entertaining space. And just imagine throwing a party in the middle of summer with that fabulous London backdrop at night. If you're into urban landscapes, you're going to love this area. Okay, so we're into third and final private outdoor space, and it's garden number 3, and this one is the one that separates the main house from the coach house. It's been really nicely landscaped. The owners have really taken the time to establish this. So you've got a central lawned area, water feature, lots of planting that dots around the garden itself, a recently added timber frame barbecue area which does the job perfectly, especially when the rain is doing its thing like it is today, and a couple of outdoor al fresco seating areas to sit and enjoy the sun wherever it may be during the day. And there's also the other end of the driveway, which is from the gate on the front of the house. You've got a black gate, and if you open this, you've got more additional parking if you would require it, which you can park cars. You probably get 2 cars tandem end to end in the driveway, so there's additional parking space if you require it. And finally, the coach house. As with the main house, it's all been sympathetically refurbished. The whole of the ground floor is a big open plan space with a really thoughtful layout. There's a nice sized kitchen in the far corner, then you've got the dining area in the middle, and at the opposite end you've got the living area. It's a really bright room, the big windows face into the garden, and there's also a set of doors which open out onto a little patio area, somewhere to enjoy that morning coffee or tea or a glass of wine on a summer's evening. It's all very neutrally decorated with a contrasting grey tiled floor on this level. And just on your left as you come in through the front door, there's a guest loo. Upstairs there are 2 nice sized double bedrooms in the eaves. Both rooms are incredibly bright, helped largely by big skylight windows. The main bedroom also has a private dressing area and a little loading door which opens out into the courtyard. And both of these rooms share a shower room as well, which is accessed from the top of the landing as you walk up the stairs. And much like the downstairs, the entire top floor has a minimal, stylish look, all very neutrally finished and decorated. And there we have it. Right, thank you very much for joining me on today's tour of the converted Edwardian courthouse in very trendy Clapham in southwest London. What did you think? Please let me know. Leave your comments below. I do read them all. I do try to reply to everything, so thanks very much. If you have enjoyed it, maybe give it a thumbs up. This is a really unique and very practical pair of family homes. If like me, you have older kids, or you may have older parents that want to come and you want to all live together, this makes sense. There's so much space here available, but it's all very usable, very practical space with this lovely central social area at the heart of the house, which everyone can congregate in, but then they can all go off and have their own little room, or somewhere else they can have a little bit of private space all of their own. It just works. If you're interested in knowing any more specific detail, you can please get in touch with me via email, which is simon.stone@uniquepropertycompany.co.uk. I'll leave a link to the details in the description below, and if you'd like to know anything else, you can go through the website and have a look at the details there, and that's uniquepropertycompany.co.uk. So that just leaves me to say thanks again for watching. I really appreciate your time. I look forward to seeing you on the next tour. Until then, take care.